Well, James Gunn just dropped an official image for Season 2 of Peacemaker, and it's a massive tease and has fans talking. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about who we think this character might be and the huge implications for the second season, and how it could tie into some of these changes from Season 1 to Season 2. Is somebody opening multiverse portals? Let's find out. Well, as many of you know, Peacemaker was one of those shows that got carried over from the old DC world into the new DC universe. Now, James Gunn directed that series and brought the character to life at first in the Suicide Squad, and since then we found out it was getting a second season, although this season was not necessarily set in the same world, creating all kinds of weird questions. Now, earlier today, James Gunn dropped an image on social media, and it has fans talking. It's pretty simple, but it's poignant. Let's check it out. Now, at this point, we have no idea who this is, and even James Gunn is asking the question, who might this be? Which has led to fans talking about all the possibilities. Now, when you look at this picture, it's fairly simple. It appears to be a Native American man sitting in front of a fire. Now, we can't tell a lot. He appears to be older, that looks like gray hair to me. We see some feathers tied to his arm, and he's definitely shirtless. Now, we're assuming that is a fire and not something more mystical. And all of this is driving a ton of questions. I think at the top of the list of these questions is who the character is. And there are a number of Native American characters within the DC universe, but none of these have been confirmed. This could be the Butcher, Man of Bats, Super Chief, Black Condor, or as many people are speculating, maybe even a take on Apache Chief, who originally came to life in the Super Friends back in the 1970s. Now, I suspect it's going to be a bit before we find out exactly who this is, although I would be shocked if it's at the show's release. Now, James Gunn is renowned for grabbing characters deep, and I'm talking deep, within comic book mythos. Last season saw Judo Master come to life, not a character many people knew even existed, so I highly suspect whoever this is, it's one of those characters that many casual comic book fans have never heard of. Honestly, the Butcher or Man of Bats seem to be the best fit for James Gunn, but I have heard some possibilities some people have not considered. What people are speculating is this character is some sort of shaman, and whatever is going on here is going to tie directly to the fact that Peacemaker Season 2 is part of the DCU and not, well, directly connected to Season 1. This could mean this character is opening some sort of portal or some other multiverse aspect, allowing this show to continue into the new world, something that James Gunn said would be very clear once the second season of Peacemaker was brought to fans. Now, we do know Robert Smith is set to return as Augie Smith, and if you don't remember who he is, he actually played White Dragon in Season 1 and was definitely killed off. Now, this is one of those things that could help explain that Season 1 was not part of the DCU, but Season 2 will be. If this version of Peacemaker isn't a whole new reality, maybe one generated by The Flash, well, there's a ton of possibilities here. If Robert Patrick's Augie Smith is alive, this means the possibility of Joel Kinnaman's Rick Flag Jr. being still alive, and even some of the events of the Suicide Squad being turned around, meaning characters like Captain Boomerang might actually be still alive. That would be an incredible cameo that would just throw people off and kind of drive that point home. Now, as of right now, Peacemaker Season 2 is in production. We're expecting it to drop late next year, but making any predictions, I suspect the show will drop in September, and we'll get a trailer at Comic-Con. At this point, it's unclear where Peacemaker kind of fits in the grander DCU, but I do feel like James Gunn definitely enjoys working on this project, and John Cena kind of brings the anti-hero to life in a way that was completely unexpected. Being described as a jerk Captain America really isn't enough, and they took this in a whole new direction that was an absolute hit during Season 1, so whatever they're doing with Season 2, I'm going to be there front and center. So what do you guys think? Who do you believe this mysterious Native American character could be from DC mythos? And do you think this will play directly into the multiverse aspect of the new world and how Season 1 is not connected to Season 2? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.